Hello, everyone. Amidst the glitz and glamour of the entertainment world, which is often filled with fleeting romances and over-publicized relationships, the love story between Kai and Tan Songyun came as a breath of fresh air that warmed the hearts of fans and onlookers alike. Their wedding, which took place in May 2025 in Sanya, Hainan, was not only in the spotlight for its breathtaking beauty but also for the sincerity and authenticity of the love they showed. Kai and Tan Songyun first crossed paths while filming the drama As Beautiful as You in 2022. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, capturing the hearts of millions and sparking immediate speculation about their off-screen relationship. What began as admiration for their acting skills slowly grew into curiosity about their personal bond as fans noticed small, tender moments between takes. Although the couple continued to insist that they were only close friends, the public wasn't convinced. Numerous behind-the-scenes clips captured shared glances, lingering touches, and effortless laughter. The way Kai would instinctively reach out to adjust Tan Songyun's hair, or how she would smile a little too brightly when he made her laugh. These subtle gestures spoke volumes more than any press release ever could. During filming, their warm camaraderie quickly became a topic of conversation on social media platforms like Weibo and Douyin. Fans compiled videos of their moments together, carefully analyzing each interaction. The duo trended frequently under hashtags like #Xukai Tan Songyun CP and #RealLoveOnSet, reflecting how invested the public had become in their story. Over the next 2 years, the pair managed to keep their relationship largely under wraps. Despite their increasing popularity and growing fan bases, they chose not to flaunt their love or feed into public speculation. Instead, they let their bond mature quietly behind closed doors, a rarity in an industry that often thrives on exposure. Their decision to marry in an intimate ceremony surprised many, but also felt fitting. The wedding, held at a private villa nestled in the scenic beauty of Sanya, Hainan, exuded elegance and tranquility. Only about 100 guests were present, consisting mostly of close family, trusted friends, and a few industry colleagues who had witnessed their journey up close. Tan Songyun looked ethereal in a traditional red qipao during the tea ceremony, symbolizing grace and reverence for heritage. She later changed into an ivory gown adorned with intricate lace and pearls, designed by a well-known Chinese designer who tailored the dress to reflect Tan's soft yet resilient personality. Kai, in a black velvet tuxedo, was every bit the picture of timeless sophistication. Every aspect of the wedding was curated to reflect their shared values. From the minimalist floral arrangements that incorporated symbolic blooms like peonies and lotuses, to the gentle soundtrack of instrumental classics playing softly in the background, their wedding whispered love rather than shouted it. Even the wedding favors, custom-blended teas and handwritten letters, told a story of intimacy and care. The vows they exchanged became the emotional pinnacle of the day. With trembling hands and misty eyes, Tan Songyun spoke of love that had outlasted doubt, fame, and distance. "In this world of fleeting moments, you are mine forever," she said, her voice barely a whisper. Kai's response was heartfelt and steady. "With you, I am more than my image, more than my roles. You are my real, my calm, my truth." Their vows left few dry eyes among the guests. The sincerity and vulnerability they shared in that moment resonated with everyone present, turning a beautiful wedding into an unforgettable memory. For many, it wasn't the grandeur of the event that lingered in their minds, but the sheer emotional truth behind every word spoken and every look exchanged. Following the ceremony, photos and clips from the event began circulating on social media. Hashtags such as #Xukai Tan Songyun Wedding and #A Kiss of Forever soared to the top of trending lists, with millions expressing their joy and admiration. Fan artists flooded. For their honeymoon, Kai and Tan Songyun opted for a more secluded and romantic escape. They traveled to Switzerland, enjoying peaceful moments in the Alps, before spending a week in the lavender fields and coastal villages of southern France. They were seen visiting art galleries, reading together by the lake, and even painting small canvases they later took home as keepsakes. Upon returning to China, the couple moved into a lakeside villa near Beijing. The home reflected their personalities. A calm, creative retreat. Tan Songyun's art studio, filled with light and plants, was a space for her to explore painting and ceramics. Xukai's training room featured martial arts equipment and a mini cinema where they often re-watched classic films with mugs of tea and shared blankets. In a rare post-wedding interview, Tan Songyun shared how marriage had deepened her creativity. "There is something different about waking up each day beside someone who believes in you completely," she said. Xukai added that his career ambitions had become clearer. "Now I know who I want to come home to after every role. That gives my journey more meaning." Their love story began to take root not just in media, but also in the hearts of the people. Fans wrote essays and created podcasts discussing the ways Xukai and Tan Songyun had demonstrated healthy love, emphasizing privacy, patience, and genuine support. Some even called them role models in a generation grappling with disillusionment around relationships. Their married life soon bloomed into shared activism. Together, they started a foundation focused on children's literacy and sustainable living. One of their earliest initiatives was providing solar-powered reading lamps to schools in rural provinces. Their efforts didn't just bring light to classrooms, but to futures. One particularly touching chapter of their life unfolded when they visited a school in Yunnan just weeks after their wedding. Without media fanfare, they sat with students, reading, laughing, and drawing. Teachers later recounted how Tan Songyun's voice brought fairy tales to life, while Xukai's kindness left the children starry-eyed. These acts of compassion spoke volumes. In an industry often accused of vanity and performative generosity, their grounded presence and humility shone. Their union was not only a celebration of love but a force for good, proof that when two people come together in harmony, their influence multiplies. Directors and screenwriters began expressing interest in telling their story on screen, perhaps fictionalized but deeply inspired by the emotions and milestones they had shared. Some fans even suggested titles like Whispers in the Wind or Home in You. But Xukai and Tan Songyun, ever private, declined. "Our story is already being told," Tan said softly. "Every day we live it." Their relationship soon became a symbol in Chinese pop culture of what it means to love with both strength and gentleness. Unlike the whirlwind romances that burn brightly and fade fast, theirs was a quiet, steady flame that endured. In press conferences and interviews, they still referred to one another with respect, using simple terms like "my partner" or "my companion," reminders that love, to them, was less about labels and more about lived experience. In the end, what made their love so beautiful was its realness. They never pretended to be perfect, never tried to sell an illusion. They argued, reconciled, made time for each other, and always found their way back to shared laughter. In a world so hungry for fairy tales, they gave us something far more rare: the truth. And so, even as the world keeps spinning and headlines keep changing, the story of Xukai and Tan